So last night, Quantum Eraser uploaded this video where him and Nathan Oakley decide to kill the heliocentric model. But what he does is pulls up several sources from across the internet, universities, NASA, and reads from them. Let's take a look at what he said here.
Gas exerts on the walls of its container. From NASA. The molecules are in constant random motion and frequently collide with each other and with the walls of a container.
I'm not going to go into it too long, of course, because you can just go here and watch it and leave him a nice comment like I did with. To anyone dumb enough to think that QE is writing at all in any of this, go to a Google search. Type in, can you have air pressure without a container, which I'll do in a minute. But let's go to his source, which is grc.nasa.gov, World Wide Web, K-12 airplane fluting. And I just happen to have it pulled up right here. As you see at the top, grc.nasa.gov, I'm using his same source. So we can find what he said right here. The molecules are in constant random motion and frequently collide with each other and with the walls of the container. And then even below, he reads from this, since density is defined to be the mass divided by the volume, depends directly on the size of the container. He goes on and on and on right through here. So what we did last night in the live stream was fact check him to see if he's lying or not. And I'm here to show you that Nathan Oakley and Quantum Eraser are deceitful, deceptive liars, because if you scale down, there's a line that debunks their density substitutes gravity argument. And then if you scroll down just a tiniest bit more, it says this. In the atmosphere, air molecules near the surface of the Earth are held together more tightly than the molecules in the higher atmosphere because of the gravitational pull of the Earth on all molecules above the surface molecules. So, because Quantum Eraser and Nathan Oakley are so dense and slow, I'll explain how that exposes them for what they are. See, by sourcing this and pulling this part of the source, it shows that they went to this page, read the page, and then decided to cherry pick this out. They definitely read further down, they definitely saw this, and made a conscious decision to only pull this part and not pull this part. Why? Because this part debunks the entire video. If you really want to get the full kind of debunk, the feeling of the debunk, watch it, because for an hour and 30 minutes, they do nothing but repeat that this is the heliocentric killer, the flat earth prover, because we have to have the walls of the container, and Earth either has the walls of the container and NASA's lying, or it's a breach of the second law of thermodynamics, which is ridiculous. Now, I also invite you to do what we did in the live stream, or watch the live stream from last night. You might want to skip in a little bit. It took us a while to find this and start going in, but every source that they pull up last night, we go and check the source, and every one of them ends up debunking what they say right after they finish reading. They cherry pick a line and then stop reading, and if they would have kept reading, it would debunk their argument about the container. So the pressure of a gas is the force the gas exerts on the walls of a container is another piece of a source that Quantum Eraser and Nathan Oakley read last night. But if you keep reading, it describes why. Atmospheric pressure varies at the height just as water pressure varies with depth. A swimmer dives deeper, the water pressure increases. As a mountain climber extends the altitude, the atmospheric pressure decreases. Every little thing in here, they make sure to center on, lets them make their argument. But the other things in the article debunk their very argument. Personally, I know that they do this because they know their supporters don't care to fact check them or source them. And honestly, who cares? All I know is Nathan Oakley, Quantum Eraser, just as you thought this was the heliocentric debunker for the entire model with this video, this source right here, and you guys ignoring this part is the debunk for the entirety of your content. Quantum Eraser, Oakley, you done. Proven deceptive, proven conman, proven snake oil salesman. So I want to shout out BM Furball. In this one, this is him reacting to an Anthony Riley video, or Sleeping Warrior, Quantum Eraser and Nathan Oakley's right hand, left hand man, who knows. Basically, you've seen on the debate show, Nathan Oakley's debate show, and Sleeping Warriors show, as BM Furball is reacting here, that they pull up a letter to Einstein and show it and say, because it says, overall, we find your assertions to be more artistic than actual physics. Then they go on a big rant and laughing and flipping out about how, haha, globe debunked because this college didn't accept Einstein. It's ludicrous anyway. It doesn't prove anything. It just shows that when Einstein started to give his theories, he was met with some resistance. I'm not showing this to you because of how ridiculous it is. I'm not showing this to you because of how dumb those guys are. I'm showing this to you because of how deceptive they are. BM Furball discovered that Sleeping Warrior purposely cropped this letter down so that you wouldn't see these stamps. I'm going to let him describe just the first part of it really fast.
Couldn't see the stamps of Albert Einstein. Because if you saw that, you would know that this is completely, utterly bogus.
So he goes in more. He gives more details. I'm not going to ruin it for you. Run over to his channel, Anthony and the Flaming Pants. Give it a look. Hook it up. So, okay, so the last thing I want to add in at the end of this video is thank you to the Shills for having me on yesterday. Keep an eye out. Cyman Dan has agreed to come on my channel. I'm trying to get Conspiracy Cats on too. I'm going to see if Cyman will help me. Be in the next few weeks. We're going to go live together and do some stuff. I'm going to try to get Skeptic and FTFE in here. And if you like my work, consider supporting me on Patreon. It is a smart thing for me to try to make sure that somewhere off of YouTube, I have a level of support. I'm just asking for you to consider it. Regardless if you do or not, I'm going to continue every day, all day, making content like I do now. It's UNIRock on Patreon. I'll go ahead and throw the link up now. Thank you for watching. I hope these guys will decide to start getting honest now that they have been busted over and over and over again doing what they're doing. I hope they finally decide to get honest. And we know they won't, but in the very least, now we can remind them, hey, you guys, your presentations, the points you make that you say debunks the globe Earth, they are provably deceptive. You are provably cherry picking, and it's all an act. You know why, right? All right. See you guys next time. Thank you for watching. Check out Patreon. I'll put the link down and I'll pin it in the About section.